Good morning. Today I want to explain to you why big brands fail. Sometimes brands become so big they become sitting ducks and suddenly the brand becomes invisible. In India, there used to be a brand called Postman Oil. When I was young, Postman Oil was ingredient part of every product. Today, it has vanished. Similarly, there was another product called Dalda, which also was completely destroyed. Same thing happened to Binaka toothpaste. When we were young kids, Binaka toothpaste was the thing to go by. And then there was always Binaka's Geet Mala in All India Radio. Somehow, these popular brands, which were completely dominating the market, suddenly vanished. Any attempts to revive them also didn't succeed. So, what happens to such brands? Let's find out. I want you to do three things now. Hit the like button to this channel if you like this video. Press the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. It's not enough if you subscribe alone. You need to persuade your friends and relatives to do the same. If you forget to turn on the bell notification, you will not receive any videos because the algorithm does not send the video to everyone who has subscribed. You need to have turned on the bell notification. Welcome back to Be Rich. So, I want to take an example of Nokia. Nokia once used to dominate the entire cell phone market. Anybody who had a cell phone worth its salt had a Nokia phone. The Nokia phone was available for less than 2000 rupees. India became one of Nokia's biggest markets. There were several iconic advertisement campaigns. Nokia set up near Sri Perumbudur one of the largest plants to manufacture cell phones. It changed the life of thousands of people who were working there. What went wrong? The other brands I talked about had a long run before disappearing. Nokia disappeared very quickly. What went wrong with Nokia? One man is primarily responsible for destroying the Nokia brand. The man is called Steve Jobs. Let's find out what Steve Jobs did right and what Nokia did wrong. Let's examine three or four points which will tell us exactly why Nokia sunk without a trace. Nokia is not a new company. Nokia is a very old company with making several products and it is from Finland. And it was a company where cell phones was one of the products, but cell phone is what took them global. So with such a strong company, why did it go wrong? And why did this company fall to pieces? By 1998, Nokia overtook the original king, Motorola, to become the largest brand in the world. At its peak in 2007, Nokia had 51% of the global market share in mobile phones. To put that in context, Apple today, in spite of all its big success, has only 25% of the total market share. Imagine Apple iPhones own only 25% of the market share. Nokia had 51% of the market share less than 13 years back. Then, from there, how did it go to a point where it almost became bankrupt? Nokia's phone business cumulated to a sale to Microsoft for $7.2 billion in 2030. Basically, Microsoft bought Nokia in 2013 for $7.2 billion. And finally, even Microsoft abandoned Nokia. What led to the failure of Nokia? Nokia was always concentrating only in hardware. Nokia's operating system was called Symbian, while iOS and Android were adding feature after feature and were app based. Symbian was device based. Hence, they were headed in the wrong direction. Engineers in Nokia knew this and they had products to compete with iOS and Android, but they were refusing to hear that there was something wrong with management structure, which I will discuss later. By 2009, Nokia was using 57 different and incompatible versions of its Symbian working system. That is, each phone had its own version of the system. A complete nightmare this must be for management. So there must be a reason in this world where everybody has heard about software engineers, but nobody hears about the hardware engineers. People inside Nokia told me that they had a software system to compete with the original iOS. They refused to do so. So while competitors started to enjoying an increased share of the market, Nokia kept quiet and did not change its operating system. So it waited for nearly 3 years. In 2011, Nokia took the big leap, except they did not use their own software. They still didn't understand software was the key. They didn't go for Android. If they had gone for Android, they would have had the first mover advantage and been where Samsung is today. Instead, they plumped for Microsoft. They thought with Microsoft, they could have an exclusive arrangement and their phones would do well. Unfortunately, the market bombed. So, to put this in constant, Android now dominates. Nearly 75% of the world's cell phones run on Android, the balance 25% on iOS. After making the first mistake, had Nokia chosen correctly and gone with Android, even today they would have had a long game. But unfortunately, they didn't do this. Finally, in 2014, Nokia decided that it would switch to Android. By then, it was too late. Point number three, they had a dysfunctional organization. What do I mean by a dysfunctional organization? In Apple, everybody could give suggestions, everybody could do what they wanted, but finally, one man made all the decisions, even down to the minute detail, both in hardware and software, had to be cleared by Steve Jobs before it could be implemented. So the focus was laser sharp. In Nokia, in contrast, they went for democracy and had too many managers with equal power. This led to power struggles and fighting among themselves, and they could not decide who would be the boss. Finally, in mid 2000s, the smartphone started to replace the laptop and the tablet. So everybody was using a smartphone to surf the internet. At that time, the CEO of Google predicted that the price of smartphones would be less than 5,000 and everyone in the world would be able to keep the smartphone. Entire smartphone wave was missed by Nokia. It's only in 2011 when they partnered with Microsoft that they tried to tap the smartphone market. By then, the wave was already over. The iPhone smartphones and other manufacturers who used Android kicked Nokia completely out of the mobile phone podium. Thus, it is very clear even if you have a big brand, if you don't see the 10x force coming to change you, then sooner or later you will get wiped clean out of the face of earth. And that's what happened to Nokia. And Microsoft could not save Nokia. Both Microsoft and Nokia missed the smartphone wave, but Microsoft survived because they moved to cloud. Thank you for watching. Be rich.